Welcome to Manchester, home to some of the biggest sporting and music events, one of the largest cities in the UK, home to hundreds of thousands of residents and millions across Greater Manchester. Manchester is known around the world for football, music and innovation, but behind some front doors, tenants are still facing problems that shouldn't exist. Like any big city, Manchester has its ups and its downs. Here we see a tenant who's been suffering with issues in a home, who's reported this for years, but still no help.
And that's the family put in on Tuesday, which she's actually not going anywhere. Because apparently it's blocked or something.
So it's just to try and rectify that issue that's out there. Let's just put a fan in when it's leaking through the back of the shower. Oh wow.
I know, it's bad. It's bad. I was on my hands and knees with the toothbrush doing the tiles the other day because it was getting me down, but I've given up with the place. But this is where you can see it's now.
Yeah.
And it's made all that. Ugh. Yeah. Horrible.
Here we see issues being misdiagnosed. Now the landlords come in thinking the ventilation is the issue inside the property. However, when you look at the other side of the wall in the hallway, which I'll show on screen now, you can see that the water's coming through, so the signs look like there's a leak coming from the shower. However, this isn't something they're trying to fix. They're not looking at the signs of what the issues are in the property. Instead, they're going for the cheapest route and the cheapest option. And this is where the problem lies. This is why tenants feel ignored, because they report these issues year on year. And landlords wonder why they keep having to come back to properties where they think they've rectified an issue, when their ignorance and negligence get in the way of the duty they have to the tenants in their property. Problems arise and people's health are affected. While I was speaking with the tenant, she was referring to previous visits she's had with the surveyor. Now the previous surveyor has outlined the issues that are in the property. Now in a couple of the other rooms it was damp as well, however the landlord put that down as low priority. Low priority for a damp and mould issue is ridiculous. An issue that affects your health is not a low priority. This should be high priority for landlords. Landlords are dehumanising situations and treating these as just numbers on a paybook. And that's where the problem is. We need to change the conversation, and instead of saying open your windows and stop drying your clothes inside, let's actually tackle what the problem is at hand. Let's actually stop discrediting the tenants' valid concerns and start holding these landlords accountable, because that's the only way we stop having these issues. If you yourself feel like you are being ignored or neglected by your housing, please don't suffer alone. Call us, reach out, let us help you with these repairs. We can support you and make sure you feel heard.